Kindly subscribe to this channel. Farm it now. Have you ever looked at a soft cotton shirt and wondered, how does something that starts as a tiny seed turn into the fabric that touches our skin every day? What if I told you that with the right soil, timing, and care, you could grow this white gold, and even make serious profit from it? Today, we're breaking down cotton farming step by step, from seed to harvest, in a simple, practical way. So, if you've ever dreamed of starting your own cotton farm or just want to understand how this amazing crop is grown, stick around. This might be the most valuable few minutes you spend today. Cotton isn't just another crop, it's a global powerhouse. It feeds industries, clothes billions of people, and provides oil and animal feed as byproducts. In countries like India, Nigeria, the United States, and Pakistan, cotton farming supports millions of families. But successful cotton farming isn't about luck. It's about knowledge, timing, and consistency. By the end of this video, you'll know everything you need to start a cotton farm the right way, from preparing your land, selecting seeds, planting, managing pests, to harvesting. Let's dive in. First things first, cotton loves warm weather and deep, fertile soil. If your soil drains well and stays between a pH of 5.5 and 7.5, you're off to a great start. Avoid waterlogged soils. Cotton roots hate standing water. Choose flat or gently sloping land. This helps rainwater drain naturally. Before planting, clear the field of weeds and debris. Plow deeply, at least 20 to 30 centimeters, to loosen the soil and let roots penetrate easily. If you can, apply well-rotted organic manure or compost a few weeks before planting. It boosts soil fertility and structure. And here's a pro tip: conduct a soil test. That simple test can reveal nutrient levels and help you know whether to add nitrogen, phosphorus, or potassium fertilizers before you begin. Now, this step can make or break your cotton farm. There are two major types of cotton: upland cotton, the most common and widely grown, and Egyptian or long staple cotton, finer quality but needs specific climates. Choose certified, high-yield seeds suited to your region's climate. For example, if you're in a tropical or subtropical zone, look for drought-tolerant varieties. Many modern hybrids are Bt cotton, which means they're genetically modified to resist bollworm, one of cotton's worst enemies. However, if you prefer organic farming, stick to non-GMO local varieties and use natural pest control methods. Timing is everything in cotton farming. Cotton needs a long, frost-free period, ideally 180 to 200 days of warm weather. The best time to plant is at the start of the rainy season, when soil moisture is high, but flooding is minimal. For spacing, rows should be about 75 to 90 centimeters apart, and seeds spaced 25 to 30 centimeters between plants. Sow 2 to 3 seeds per hole about 2 to 3 centimeters deep, then thin them later to leave the strongest plant. You can plant manually using a hoe or use a mechanical seed planter if you have larger fields. After planting, lightly cover the seeds with soil and keep the field slightly moist until germination. Within a week, you'll start seeing those first tiny green shoots, a rewarding moment for any farmer. Now that your plants are growing, maintenance is key. Cotton is sensitive to weed competition, especially in the early stages. Weeds steal nutrients, water, and sunlight, and can drastically reduce yield. Perform 2 to 3 weeding sessions before the plant's canopy over. You can weed manually or use herbicides carefully according to recommendations. Next up, pests. Cotton's biggest enemies are the bollworm, aphids, jassids, and whiteflies. To fight back, inspect your plants regularly. Rotate crops each season to break pest life cycles. Use biological control like releasing ladybugs to eat aphids, or neem-based organic sprays. For conventional farms, follow approved insecticide schedules. Never overspray, as it can harm beneficial insects. Remember, prevention is cheaper than cure. Cotton is a heavy feeder. To get top yields, Feed your plants well. At planting, apply a balanced fertilizer like NPK 15-15-15. Then, at the early flowering stage, give a top dressing of urea, nitrogen, to boost growth. For irrigation, cotton doesn't like soggy conditions, but it does need consistent moisture during flowering and bulb formation. If you're in a dry region, schedule drip irrigation or furrow watering every 10 to 12 days. Too much water during the late growth stage can reduce fiber quality, so balance is key. After about 60 to 70 days, your cotton plants begin to flower, small, beautiful yellow or white blooms that soon turn pink. Each flower becomes a green ball that holds the cotton fiber. This is the most delicate stage. Pests and stress can ruin yield. Monitor your plants daily. If you're using organic methods, continue applying natural repellents like neem oil or garlic extract every few weeks. As bolls mature, they gradually turn brown and dry up. Then, the magic happens. The white, fluffy cotton bursts out. Harvest time usually comes 140 to 180 days after planting, depending on the variety and climate. You'll know it's time when 60 to 70% of the bolls have opened and turned white. Harvesting can be done manually, picking by hand to protect fiber quality, or mechanically with cotton pickers on large farms. After picking, dry your cotton in the sun for a day or two to reduce moisture. Then, it goes for ginning, the process of separating fibers from seeds. Good quality cotton should be clean, white, and dry. Store in a cool, ventilated space to avoid mold. Think of cotton farming like raising children. It demands care, attention, and patience. From tiny seeds buried in the earth to fluffy white balls ready for harvest, every stage tells a story of growth and resilience. And here's a thought. Every cotton shirt you own once depended on a farmer who believed in that process. So, if you're planning to start your own cotton journey, remember, consistency beats shortcuts every time. Let's recap quickly. White heavy checkmark: choose the right soil and variety. White heavy checkmark: plant at the right time with good spacing. White heavy checkmark: control weeds and pests early. White heavy checkmark: feed and water your plants wisely. White heavy checkmark: harvest clean and dry. Do these right, and you'll not only have a productive cotton farm but also contribute to an industry that touches lives around the world. Cotton farming isn't just about profit. It's about creating something valuable, natural, and essential. Now, I'd love to hear from you. White right pointing backhand index: have you ever tried growing cotton before? Or are you planning to start? Drop your thoughts, experiences, or questions in the comments below. I'll be reading every one of them. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more practical farming guides and success stories from the field. Because the future of agriculture starts with you.